Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Steph's Design Space, where we make a giant mess on our desk and decide, you know what, I think somebody may benefit from what I'm going to do. So I have this somewhat organized, but it is not, I don't think I have it organized properly for me. So that being said, I am going to see if I can do something different, okay? Mainly because I have an affinity for like certain types of ephemera, labels, right? And flowers. But I have different kinds of flowers everywhere. Now I tried to keep it like in like-minded things, but I'm not using it because I don't go for it, right? Like these should be with, I don't know what those should be with. Big sentiments? I don't know. No, these are flower bits from, I forgot what, Simply something. I forgot what the name of it is. And then we have these. And anyway, it's a hot mess. Now I know this is Beauty and the Beast, so I'll probably just keep that together in the event that I want to do like my Beauty and the Beast stuff. But some of this other, look, I have these frames and then I have these frames. Why do I have two separate things? I know there are two different kinds of frames, but when I'm like, ooh, I need a frame. But then I am not realizing or remembering that I have, and then I'm wondering, are these even the best use, right? So these are like snack bags. I don't even think these are sandwich bags. I think these are snack bags. And then I went and got quart bags. I guess I kind of skipped the sandwich bag. I did cut a piece of cardstock just to kind of hold it upright and whatever. So I'm thinking that these frames, I don't want it on that side because the name is going to mess it up. So I'm going to do it on this side so I don't see the brand name of, see, I think that's just going to be not happy for me, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, and then I have these frames, so let's just go ahead and take all of these out. And two, if they're in bags, then I can just flip through and see what I have. So we're gonna do that. I'm just starting. I'm not even gonna make this look pretty. This is a lot of frames, y'all. Frames that I forgot I had, right? So if I wanna do stuff with frames, I just pull this bag out and then I can go through and figure out what size, what shape, what kind, because like these are sticker frames. That's okay, it's a frame nonetheless. Okay, so that, is this gonna be too long now? Dadgummit. I really thought I had this measured properly. Apparently it changes when you add stuff, so I am just going to take off a smidge. Oops. Okay. Calm it down. Okay. And I'm going to do the white background. And I know these are pretty thick also, right? Okay, perfect. It's still a little too long. Well, I'm not... There we go. Then we can just let the air out, and then I can honestly take this right off. Theoretically. Supposedly. There we go. And try to see how this, okay, I'm gonna put it up here at the top. And it doesn't have to be pretty. It would be great if I was gonna like, oh, let me just make it all pretty. I'm not. And why? Honestly, probably because in a couple of months, I'll just do this all again. So, no need to spend a lot of time making it pretty, but I do need to make it functional. Okay, so we have frames. And I will show y'all where this all goes once it has gone where it needs to. Okay, here's another thing These are like lace frames. And I have a plethora of these, but I feel like they need to be in a bag and not this box, because honestly this box takes up so much space. It just does. The bags, so most of my bags will fit in this. I got this at Walmart in the kitchen section, and it's like it tears up, so I can just set them in there and I can flip through really fast. Now the quart bags are not going to fit in this, but that's okay. I have something else I can put them in where I can do the whole flip thing. So I am thinking that I am going to put the lace frames in a baggie. I want to get rid of these as much as possible because they take up a lot of room, and because they're hard to store, they just take up a lot of space. Alright, so we're just gonna shove all these in there. I know that's still in the thing and I'm okay with it, but I can just go through and pick out what I want from the baggie. And this really does save so much space. And I'm going to show you. So we're going to do like a comparison here in a minute. And I will show you what I mean, where it just takes up a lot less space. Now I do have my label maker next to me, which is as old as dirt. God, I've had that since we lived here, and that was like in 2005. So a whole long time have I had that. Let me just set that over to the side. Now, when I have this, see, this fits in here beautifully, but look, I can only fit like maybe 2. Can I fit 2? No, not even, barely, and it's just like crammed. Or I can put a whole bunch of these baggies in here. So that is my goal. Now I do have a plethora of all these papers and all of these bits. I'm not doing this today. That is a lot. It's kind of overwhelming, and I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to set these to the side. This is not happening today, but a lot of this other stuff is. Okay, so I think where I am now is I need to kind of separate what I have. So these are sentiments. Now I know these are from my, I don't even remember what it's called, but they're the kitchen and first aid and whatever, and that's fine. But then here's grunge words, okay? These need to go together. These just need to be sentiments, period. Like that's what I'm going to call them. Okay, so I'm going to put that. Pride and Prejudice is its own, so that will stay. I have letters and numbers, so let's kind of get some of this. I have bees. I have a lot of bees. I have birds. Okay, and if I need to, I have book plates. If I need, this is, I think this is all kind of mixed up. Labels and circles. So I'm not going to put them with the sentiments. But I don't know what to call like these things. And then I have these floral lanterns. Okay, labels, circles. These that were in a different kind of kit, I'm going to set right there to the side, because I feel like, here's my vintage people, I feel like that is a combination of things. Okay, all my dark stuff is going to go right now together, okay? All my flower, springy stuff, that's going to go Victorian. We'll put that there. These are unique among themselves. They're not flat, they're brooches. I'm going to set that to the side. Here's some more dark stuff. Here's some more shabby chic. You know what? I'm just going to go with that. Shabby chic. That is antique Easter, but everything, unless it is Easter eggs or an Easter bunny, it can be used for something else, and I need to use it for other things. Okay, my butterflies, that's good. I may need to put those in a quart though. Tag toppers. Dragonflies. Okay, I do definitely want to do more dragonflies. Butterflies and dragonflies, those are separate. Okay, this is like vintage flowers and boots. Should I put these with flowers? I don't know. We're gonna see. So that is going over here. These are definitely flowers. Okay, now I need a stack of flowers. Oh, this is birds. So birds, butterflies, and dragonflies, I know for sure are staying separate. So that, I have nowhere to put these. Okay. All the dark stuff. Now I may separate this out shortly, but right now that's where that's going. These are book plates. Oh, look at this whole plethora of sentiments that I have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even like these. Okay, they're not me. They're okay, but, so I'm gonna put that in a D-stash. Okay. Letters and numbers, those are fun. So we're gonna do that. Labels and circles. Okay. Now bees, obviously, is a big thing. Vintage people, don't think I can do anything with that. This is a bunch of travel memories. Those are super cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to minimize this, but I feel like I'm like, no, this all stays together. Okay, flowers. Book plates. Like, these are fun to put on the front of things. Okay, like, what do you combine a book plate with? All right. Again, these, I think it's more of like this stuff that I am gonna do. Okay, this is all flowers, or is it? So before I get all whatever, let's just see what all is in here, because I do see a butterfly, but I don't know if it's separate. See, these butterflies are separate. This is what I'm talking about. Those need to go in my butterfly thing. All of these need to go with my butterflies. This is a flower. That's a flower. So this is my goal right here, to separate these out, because I am missing out. I want to just be able to pick flowers. Now I may do like pastel flowers and then maybe dark flowers. Depends on what kind of flowers I'm starting to come up with, right? Okay. And these are gorgeous, but because they're like not, I just miss them. I just miss them. I don't know what all I have. Like, that is amazing. These butterflies, y'all know I love me a butterfly. And I really, a bird. Ooh, but it's attached to a flower. I want to unattach it. Okay. My ephemera, my rules. Ta-da! And this is just gonna be a bird. So this is gonna go with the birds. Okay, and that's a butterfly. What? Oh, I just cut it off. And look, that's just a flower, and that's okay. Where did my birds go? A bird. Now I do think that I'm gonna have to take my birds out and go ahead and put them in a quart. Okay, so I'm gonna do that in half a second, because I think I'm gonna do the same thing with my butterflies. And flower, 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 flower. Okay. Let me go ahead and get this out just temporarily to set the flowers in. Now, this is gonna become birds. So all of my birds are gonna go in here, because I have outgrown this tiny little one with all these amazing birds. Okay, so we're gonna put all these birds. Some are cut out from magazines, some are in my shop, some I've gotten from other places. So, yes, so much better. And I can just take this right off and put it up here. Now I have birds. That is going to stay open. And then this is something I can use for smaller items. Butterflies. I know I am going to definitely need to put my butterflies in a larger bag. Before I stab myself, let me move that. So how do y'all organize your ephemera? I would love I would absolutely love for you to share how you organize your ephemera. Because I thought I was happy with this organization, and I was for a bit, right? It's just, and I have some really tiny ones. But usually, when I'm looking for butterflies or looking for anything, I pretty much pull out the majority. Now, I have these intricate butterflies that are from a, oh, what is that called? A die cut. And they're beautiful, and I do love them, but I won't do them again. That's too intricate. I do not have the patience. Like, it took me a ridiculous amount of time to... It was just getting all the little pieces out, right? So, but these would make great fairy wings. That's like really what it reminds me of, is fairy wings. Okay, so these are gonna go in here, but I am gonna put them like on the opposite side because they're kind of fragile, right? So I am gonna put them like on this side. So they're not just getting like banged around with all the big ones, with all the less fragile ones. All right, so scoop these off and do like that. All right, so this, where'd the bag go? So it has my name, Butterflies. Okay. All right, now we have those, and I'm just gonna set that up there. I can put this back in here. So I think it goes the opposite way. Then I can just reuse these bags for like other little items. I put the cardstock in because it does help hold it up. And like with that one where I wanted to kind of separate the same thing but like two different kinds maybe. So the cardstock it's good. Alright, I'm going to set the flowers over here. Okay, those I think are okay. Now I have, so these are these all botanicals, or is it like, because I think I want to separate my flowers from things that have flowers in them. I don't know what I'm going to call that. Okay, so, like that's a bug that looks like a flower. Now that's just a flower. This is fruit. What if I should do, I have a whole citrus and berries thing. Maybe I should just do fruit. Like to me, I want to put this with my birds. Okay, so that is the main focus of that. This is flowers. This is a butterfly. So this is flowers, but I feel like, I don't know, it's a wreath. Okay, it's gonna go with the flowers. This is a flower, but it's a stamp. Oh Lord, now I'm opening up a whole can of worms over here. Another butterfly. Mushrooms. I mean, I don't know. What is this? This is a chair. So this is something that has flowers with it. So that's what those are going to be. Should I put the mushrooms with the flowers? I'm going to say yes at this time. Because I don't feel like I don't have a plethora of mushrooms. See, this is flowers with items. That's a bug. And that's just a flower by itself. So that is how I am going to differentiate. So these are flowers. They're going in with the flowers. This is a bird. This is a butterfly. Okay, so butterflies. And this way, when I'm like, ooh, a butterfly would look good here, I have all of my options, not just a select few. Because sometimes, I mean, I've gone through them and I'm like, oh, that color doesn't match, or that doesn't look good, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so I don't need shabby botanicals unless I do this. And I'm going to say, at the moment, yes. So at the moment, we're going to do things with flowers. Like this, like these lanterns. I don't need just lanterns. I'm not going to think, ooh, I need a lantern. I'm going to think, ooh, I want something pretty with flowers. Not a flower, but something with flowers. So, and these all have flowers on them. So it is floral ephemera, but they are not flowers. Ooh, I'm going to go with that floral ephemera. So it is pieces that contain flowers. And these are so stinking gorgeous. I think this was a Patreon thing. Okay, I'm going to put these in here for the moment. I'm not sure yet. So these two are going to stay separate at the moment. I'm going to get rid of the lanterns tag because I know I am not going to separate anything by lanterns. Okay, I have Victorian clothes. We're not getting into that yet. This is all the dark stuff. I'm going to set that up there. Okay, what do we have? We have Antique Easter. But unless it is bunny rabbits and Easter eggs. See, this is a floral thing. Okay, that's an Easter egg. And these are, like, that's food. Let me do that. I'm going to put that up there. We're going to have food. Definitely Easter, Easter, Easter. Okay, this is florals with something. Easter and Easter. So I'm going to do, but this does not look shabby. So that's not going in here. This is shabby. We're going with shabby florals. That's what this is going to be called. Okay, I know these are pretty good. So I'm going to move these out of my way. If I need to pull them back out, I can. But right now, same with these and the vintage people. I don't think I have any more dragonflies, but who knows what I'm going to find. So I'm going to leave those out. Okay, that is what we're working with. This is Easter. So I can do that. And I'll redo labels once I actually figure out what I want my names to be. But right now, okay, these are tag toppers, so I'm going to put those up here. Okay, this is food. And see, to me, this is a bunch of, like, shabby botanicals. Shabby, or what did I call it? Shabby florals. Yeah. Okay, that. And these are all beautiful. I know they come from something in my shop. I don't remember what, and that's terrible, I know. But they're beautiful. So go look at all the ephemera packs, because a lot of this stuff. Now I have a bunch of perfume bottles. I wonder if I should separate this with all the perfume bottles that I have. Maybe. I'm going to set that to the side. Clothes. I have clothes. I think I'm going to stick with clothes. Ooh, like clothes and accessories, right? Like that's a shoe. That would be an accessory. I'm going to leave that up there. Okay, and a hat. Or should I leave it because this has flowers? Nope, I'm going to do that because I know I have quite a few. Man, the decisions are hard. Like, it's hard to figure out what I am going to do. Okay, so that is that. Again, with the floral doors. But I don't know that this is the same. Like, these are shabby florals. Not so much, right? Because these are, like, darker. They all have, like... And I don't know what to do with these. Maybe... Maybe I do keep these just separate until I figure it out. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what to do with these. Because they don't... They're different than these. I mean, yes, they have flowers, but it's the coloring, right? It's different. Did I just... So I'm going to put these back in this bag, and this is going to be a, hey, when you figure it out kind of thing. Go back in there. Okay, so this is a... We don't know what to do with you yet. Same with the brooches, because those were in my advent box last year. Okay, onward and upward. Okay, the Japanese garden. So I do have several different Japanese ephemera packs. So I think I am going to keep this just like it is. Okay, vintage spring. I really suck at naming things, so they're not all that. So I feel like this could be shabby. Oh, I don't know. This is kind of bright, right? This is like your pinks and your, this is pastels. I'm going to go with primary colors, and that's where this would come in. So maybe I have like shabby pastel and then primary. I know these are butterflies, but it's mostly flat. I'm just going to keep them right there. Okay, so that is that. This is my lemon spring kitchen. So now we're looking at yellows. Oh, maybe I should do it by color. I don't know. This is food, so that's food, but this isn't. Kind of, yeah, but no. I think it's more with the flowers and the things. So now I have that. That's food. This is so much more difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, that says that. So I'm trying to narrow down these other things that I have. So this is vintage ephemera. Were any of these just flowers? No, they're just flowers with things. So let's just see if I have just flowers or just whatever. Okay, like that's just a flower, and this is just a house, and that is a dog. Okay, got the flowers out of the way. So this is like vintage items that are gonna go there. Do you see my dilemma? Okay, what are these? These are like word strips and sentiments. So these are gonna go with the sentiments and the grunge words. And what was the other thing that I had? Oh, where are you? These. So I'm thinking all of these need to go into a bigger bag. All right, so I'm gonna set this over here somewhere where I have no space. Actually, I haven't opened that yet. Let me go ahead and just do this so I can get these out of the way before I open more. Y'all. why did I like, you know what? Let me undertake this. It's because there's so many things that I want to create and to do, and actually so many things that I have been creating, and I feel like it's at a minimum. Like, I know they can be so much better, but I don't even know what I have, and I don't know where what I have is. So when I'm looking for a sentiment, I don't want to have to search through 7 bags, right? I should be able to just open a bag and just go with whatever I find, and that will make me happy. And as we can see, I have plenty to use. Honestly, and this also makes it to where, you know, when I see all these amazing things that are on clearance at this place or that place, or, you know, this or that, I don't need them. Look at all the beautiful things I already have. Like, I'm not going to use all of that. When am I going to use all of these? I should make that a challenge. Like, pick an ephemera pack. Pick whatever you have and try to use all of it. That would be insane. Okay, see, these are vintage hats. So I feel like these are accessories. These are, like, I feel like these would go with that. This is different. Like, this is an era of, like, Victorian clothes and accessories, so maybe, and okay, I'm gonna keep these together because that's my thought. Okay, I have books. I don't care that they're Victorian, I don't care that they're Gothic, or do I? I really think I'm gonna put all my dark stuff together. Okay, these are books, so any other books that I come across are getting put together. I already said these are gonna stay separate. Okay, what else do I have over here? Aha. Okay, I am gonna put my vintage, actually I want to call this shabby. You know what I need, please tell me I have one in here. I really should stock this drawer better with things that I actually need and will use. Of course not. I need a small, here we go, Post-it note, because I'm renaming. So these are gonna be shabby chic accessories. And I'm just gonna throw the perfume bottle in there at the moment because it just feels all alone by itself over there. I'm going to take this off so I don't confuse myself because, you know, that's a real possibility. Okay, what did I say this was going to be called? Where is this? Okay, that's it. Shabby chic accessories. Okay, perfect. And that is what that is going to be named. And this is actually going to be shabby florals. My handwriting is atrocious. Don't write like me. Okay, so we have these two. We have the Easter, and that's fine. We have the books. I'm just going to leave this and see what happens. So right now the books are staying. Okay, I have this. So let's start digging into these items. The Japanese and the brooches are gonna stay. I'm still playing around with the floral doors, so we will see. Now these are more of like chipboard, but I don't care. Flowers. Now, no, these are not just flowers. These have other things, and a butterfly. Goes in the butterflies. These aren't sentiments. What are these called? Like word strip? I don't know. I need to know what to do about these. Like what are these? Now, should I put this with the flowers, or should I put it with the flower-esque things? See, that's where I'm gonna come into a problem. Alright, so it goes to the side for the moment. And we have another stamp, keeping that like that. And we have butterflies. Okay, here's just a random heart. Oh, and then we have these. So this is really going to open up so much. Now, I don't know how much time y'all want to spend with me on this. Like, do you want me to just speed through? Do you want... Okay, all these little bitty things I am going to keep in here because they're going to get lost. So that stays in there. These are now in their own separate little pile. These are butterflies. At least these have a home, right? Okay, what is next? Okay, I have these windows, but they're like the stickers. Should I put them with the frames? Like, what should I do with these? Or should I stick them over here with my other, like, weird stuff? I think I'm going to stick them over here with my other weird stuff, just for now. But it doesn't need to take up a whole one of these. But I know there's going to be more of these. So let's do this just so I have a place to put them. Oh, please don't fall. That would be so tragic, and I think I would just become super angry if they fell. Okay, you over here. Okay, next. I just want to figure this out in a way that makes sense to my brain. So when I am creating, I can pull and know what I'm pulling and know where things are. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, let me keep the sets together and like-minded things together. And that's great in theory, except I'm not using them like that. So I'm thinking that's not viable. Now, am I going to regret this? Maybe. But you know what? So when I was doing a lot of planning and I had all the planner stickers and all the things, I absolutely did take all of my sticker books apart, and I did not regret that. Because when I wanted a quote, I didn't want to have to dig through 600 sticker books to find the quote I wanted. I wanted to have all my quotes in one space. So I just flipped through my quote book and I was able to find quotes. So I don't think I'm going to regret this. Okay. Now these, should these go with the sentiments? Because they're small, right? They're not like ginormous. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what to do with these. Because like here's all, and are these sentiments or are these like word strips? Like here's what, like shipped and a half a cup of flour and berries. I think I'm going to separate them for now. Okay. So for now, we're just going to put them back over here, like in the thing that I have. And then I'm going to go from there. And we'll see. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be tedious. All right. All these little bitty things. Oh, this is one I cut in half. I did use it. So this is butterfly and flower and sentiment. So I don't know, like the holy grail of combos, the trifecta. Like, okay, where is the all-in-one? It has a flower. It has, and see, here's like something totally different. It has a flower. It has a sentiment. It has a butterfly. The trifecta. Okay, that I'm going to keep separate. All right, these are going to go with the little bitty things. These are going to go with all the other little word thingies. And now we have a whole new separate thing. Okay, vintage photos. Actually, I think these need to go in my box of vintage photos because I have now a ginormous box. So I'm going to do that. So all my vintage photos are in one place. Excuse me. Hey, I'm surprised. Is that the first time I've yawned since I've been on here? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so these are like field note snippets. Some of this is Tim Holtz. What are we stuck to here? I don't understand. Oh, there is a piece of sticky on here. Oh no, my butterfly, there we go. And I really think this is just, oh, I know what this was. I was trying to keep it on the, it's double-sided tape. Because anyway, it doesn't matter what I was trying to do. What matters now is that this is actually a piece of ephemera and it doesn't need to have sticky stuff. Let me pull off one more. I'm checking my camera for battery life. Okay. Now this is ephemera. This is something that I can absolutely use, but I have to cut the sticky stuff off. That was my bad. Because I'm not going to sit here and spend time peeling it off, so there's that. Okay. Now, oh, some on this side. Come out. Static electricity. Oh, that's just a thing. Okay. Ooh, all right. What do we have? Now I'm getting into like, what are we going to call this? Nature. I'm going with nature. Okay. That's what it reminds me of. So we're just going with nature. Even though these are butterflies, it's not a butterfly. So I'm going to put it here. This is just all going to be nature. And it may end up staying in its own for the most part. Except I am taking these butterflies out. That's a flower. Yeah, this is going to take me a hot minute. Did I put... did I put the mushrooms? Where did I put the mushrooms? Did I put it in with the flowers? I don't remember. I thought that I did. Because I was like, oh, go ahead, because I don't have a lot of mushrooms. Where did I put them? I don't even know. I thought I did put them with the flowers. Why is my nose itching? Oh, I did. But these are kind of different. And maybe I keep the nature together, okay? Let's just... Maybe this is... Maybe I do keep this whole set together and just call it like Nature Ephemera. It's cool that I am doing a... that is what I'm going to do. Because I'm doing a nature junk journal. And this would be very awesome to start decorating with. I know there's all these butterflies, so here's what I'm going to say. Whatever's left over after I use it for the journal, I will divide and conquer. But right now, I feel like these items are best kept together for the purpose of my nature journal. So what do y'all think about that? I think that's a good call. What would you do? Inquiring minds want to know. And if I come across other very nature-y things, then they can go in here. Okay. And look at this. All right. I think all of these are all flowers. See, I miss these things. I've probably had these forever and 100 years. And are these just all flowers? All flowers. Nice flowers. Ooh, should I separate big and small? I will get to that later. I'm not doing that right now. Right now, I just need to get all things together. I think these are just literally all flowers. No butterflies or anything like that. Okay, so now that I have two big plastic containers with those. Okay, what's next? Oh, check this out. More frames. More frames. These frames are on my website, and because they are thinner and smaller, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this small bag, and I am going to put it in the big bag of frames. So all my frames are still together, but these aren't going to get like lost and messed up. And I'm going to put it like this on this side with that poking through. So now they're all together. I may need to do another label for that, but we will wait and see. Okay, so that is that. All right, I have these. So much. So much. I feel like I've done a lot. Where are my postage stamps? That is driving me crazy because I know I should have a box that is nothing but postage, a box like this that is postage stamps. And it's not here. So, because I was going to put these in it. Huh. Well, that's not good. Now I have to go figure out where that is. Well, not right now, but eventually. Okay, so I have all of these that I know need to be separated. But before I do that, let's talk about the dark stuff. Okay. These are Victorian. My battery's gonna die, so let me change that out really quick. Okay, hopefully that is where it was before. It's so hard when you take a camera down and put it back up. I don't think I've ever put it in the same place. Okay, so these are like my Victorian clothes. Victorian accessories like jewelry and hats and stuff like that. Maybe I keep the Victorian era together. These are just clocks. So I guess these stay separate. Okay. Then I have Gothic Library, and I have these dark rose terrarium things that are gorgeous. So kind of like with the doors, like what do I do with these? And I say, so these are dark floral things, right? And these are dark floral books. So maybe I do dark florals together. And some of these are just books. Okay, well, if it's just a book. Because don't I have other books? Where? Ah, these books. Okay. These are all books. These are not dark floral. I mean, they have a little bit, but honestly, not enough to. These are dark flowers. Okay, these are dark flowers. These are dark flowers, like darkish. Alright, so I'm keeping the dark florals. That's what these are. And that is what I am going to, just dark florals. Not dark flowers, because that would mean that they are single flowers. So this is just dark florals. That's what I'm going with. And I'm going to say that like 7,000 times. Mainly so I don't forget, because we know that is a thing. Dark florals. Okay, so this is its own thing, because I don't have any more up here, right? And then we just have books. Or do I do floral books? I don't know. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. I just kind of want to get a... No, because not all of it. I'm just going to do books. Or should I? Okay. I love this library so much. Because these are seriously just books. There's no flowers. They're just books. And I think I do want to separate them, because then I can add them. Because not everything needs a flower or goes with a flower. So that is what... These are just books. Now these are floral books. Not dark, just regular floral books. Can we... There we go. Gosh, these are so gorgeous. See, I forget about these. They're all sitting there. Like, this would be so beautiful on so many things. Like, can we just... All of these are from my shop, like on my website. Again, you're gonna have to go check them out, because I don't remember the names of all the ephemera packs. I have over 100 ephemera packs, and I don't remember. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Those are just books. These are floral books. So I am gonna put these on top though, because it'll be a better representation of what is in here. So these are just books. Sticky note. just books. No extra flair. Just books. Okay. And these are going to be floral books. And I need to figure out what to do with that, because I just don't know. And these are floral books. Okay, let's see what's in this Gothic library. Okay, and I'm going to be honest with you, this isn't really my style and speed, so I may just send these to one of my patrons who absolutely loves this stuff. And I think that would be a better use of these things. Okay, so that is done. I'll have to make a decision on that. I do like my clocks, so I'm keeping the clocks. I think I'm going to put the Victorian clothes and the Victorian accessories together, because I don't feel that, yeah, I'm going to put these all together, because I don't feel like they need to be separate. Like if I'm going to do this kind of theme, then I definitely need to know like where all the things are. So these are all going into one. Come on. Go, go, go. I actually do want to kind of do something with those. And this is like, oh, look at all this cool new stuff I have. It's not new. I've had it. I'm just going to do like that. Now I know. The more you know. Okay. So that is done. These are all staying. I am not going to torture y'all with labeling them with the label maker, but they have the things, and I will do that after. I don't believe I have any more Easter stuff, so I'm going to put that right there. Okay, last leg, I think. And if y'all are with me thus far, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to title this Nature. And this is nature-y enough. I don't want this like Lone Ranger right here. I still don't know what to do with all this stuff. Oh, nature. Simple. To the point. Very nature-y. Okay, but just in case there's some items in here. Okay, I know that is food, and I am honestly just thinking that this is just going to be, what I call it, floral. I don't know what to call this. What do I call like these? It's like flowers with stuff. I don't know. And maybe I don't mix them yet because I don't know what I'm doing. These are like stamp things, but I don't know if there's enough to like keep separate. Okay, let's just see what else we have. Let's go with the smaller bag. I know this is like so specific. Okay, you know what? I'm going to look at this because this is all like kitchen stuff, right? From our kitchen to yours. I have a patron who is working on her cookbook. I'm never going to do a cookbook because I don't cook. And these are beautiful, and they deserve to go to a home where they will be loved and used. So I'm going to send those to a patron. See what happens? I clean out my stuff and it's like, oh look, now my patrons get all this beautiful extra stuff. Okay. This is a van. Butterflies. Okay, and I this is a time for me to be very honest with myself and say, will I use this? Some of it, yes. But some of it, no. No, I won't. So, like this right here, I can tell you all of this I won't use. I won't use that. I will probably use this. I think that is, but you know what, why? Why am I going to keep the little things when it can just go to somebody as a set? Like, I think whoever gets this deserves to have a set. I may end up putting this on my website. Oh, I do love that butterfly. Okay, well, I'm gonna like that one too. Oh, and the bird. Okay, well, I am gonna take some of these things because I will use them and I like them. They're very pretty. It's not that they're not pretty. It's just it's not my thing, not my cup of tea. And watch, as soon as I get rid of it, I'll be like, oh, where's that stuff I remember I had? Okay. I am going to keep those, but all of this I will probably put on my website as a set of ephemera. What do y'all think about that? Because I don't know that any of my patrons want it. Okay, if you are watching and you're a patron, let me know. Because that is very much a perk of being a Yellow Rose patron, is you get goodie stuff sent to you. So there is that. But these butterflies are too pretty to pass up, as is this bird. And so I'm putting them in the appropriate quart-size baggies. Alright, that one is good to go. What is this one? Oh, the plant lady. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to keep any of these either. Look at me growing up and getting rid of stuff. I'm just going to kind of flip through it, see if there is anything that is speaking to me. And no. Okay, this is also going to go on my website. Or to a patron. Speaking of patron, if you have been on here thus far, I am doing a never been done before. I'm opening up my Create and Chat Patreon Zoom for all patron levels, including the free. Okay, this I know was part of the bee kit. That was not. That is something I made. But I did use a lot of the bee. I'll say I used a lot of it. There's a lot still in here. Okay, I know it says be yourself. But I feel like I can put some of this in my nature thing. So I'm going to hang on to this. I feel like I should separate it, but I'm not. It's very specific, right? And it kind of does go together. I don't know what I want to do with this. But right now it's going to stay where it was. I should put a date. You know what? I'm going to put a date on the label. And if I use it, I will redate it. And if I don't, then I will know that I haven't used that. I'm not going to. You know what? I'm going to pass this on. It's beautiful and I love a lot of this stuff. I have so much. And I may use 1 or 2 pieces from this, but not enough to keep it when other people can enjoy it. So, decision made. Because again, I am trying to also downsize. Organize and keep the things that I know I will use and I love and want. And the things that I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, but I probably won't use it, should go to a good home. So we are going to, I think some of this is going to go with the nature thing, so that's why I'm doing that last. All right, what is this one? Home, happiness, memories, family. Oh, you know who might want this? Is actually my granddaughter. She wants to start doing like a scrapbook type thing. So I am gonna see if this is something she wants. Because as beautiful and as cute as it is, it's not my wheelhouse. Like, that's not my thing. I got these while back. Back when Tuesday mornings was still a thing. Okay. So, let's see what all of this is. I want to say this is going to go in the nature thing. Home away from home. Like, some of this I know I'm not going to use. No, that I will. Time with, that might be good. Because it's not nature like hiking and camping. It's nature like just things that you find in nature. So it's not the exploring part. And that's like family time. Unplugged. Life is better at the lake. So I'm not going to read all of these. Some of these I will keep for like the nature journal. I love that, but I don't think I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to keep Go Fish. So I probably will just keep a few of the items, but for the most part, like, I like that one. And that's kind of cool. 100% natural. Okay, I'll go with that. That's a butterfly. I do like the duck. This one, that one. That all feels very like what I am looking to do in my nature journal. This is not, though. So this is all going to go back in the bag. And my granddaughter also loves like hiking and camping and all that. So I'm going to see if this is something she wants. And I think that I have gotten to all of it, except I don't know what to do with these. With these things, I do not know. So this is going to go in the nature one. Yeah, I don't know what to do with those items. Help. Somebody tell me what to do. What would you do with these leftover items? I guess I'm going to leave floral doors like it is. See, every part of me is like, just use it up. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so all of those getting stuffed in there. I don't know how to categorize these. This is easy. I know these are just flowers. I'm going to go ahead and get out the gallon bag. So these are all like labels, not sentiments. And I think that is a difference for me between labels and sentiments, because sentiments are more like, you go girl, you're beautiful, hello. Like, those are sentiments. These are like labels that are on items. So that's my story, and I'm just gonna stick to it. And then the book, please. So let's get these flowers in here. And there is a bunch of just flowers, which this is exciting. I feel like I will have a better, like, you know when you're creating and you're like, oh, you know what would look good? A flower, or a butterfly, or a book, or whatever. And now I can just not have to be like, well, I have flowers in 600 different bags. Which one do I pick? Now I have all of my flowers all at the tip of my fingers. So the only things I have left are these, and I don't know how to categorize those. So if y'all have any thoughts on that, I would very much appreciate it. But I think I am going to call it, because I think I've been on here for like 6 days, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. It's been a hot minute. But I do feel good that I got a lot of this organized. So it's not pretty. I will alphabetize it once I get the labels on everything. But like I said, I am not going to do that on camera, because that just is very time consuming. but I do have all the things separated. Obviously these won't go in here, but they will go. So I have the 3-tier craft cart, and this sits perfectly in the craft cart. And then I'm going to get another small like bucket type thing and put these in. So these will stand up also with their labels, and I will be able to flip through and find what I'm looking for. So I hope this helps somebody. It definitely helped me to get this organized. So let me know what you think in the comments, what you would do, and please tell me your thoughts on these little piles that are left over. So you know what to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ring the bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.